Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. I'm Deanna. The first 30 days, I'm learning YouTube, the ins and outs, the nitty gritty, and I'm sharing it hopefully with you. Hopefully you're willing to take this journey with me. I'm doing this for anyone that ever wanted a YouTube channel, still wants a YouTube channel, anybody that's aspiring to create content. This is for you. So please stick in there, subscribe if you're willing to, and post your first video. Let's get into my tips. Top 10. I wanted to get them all down and bring an update. I've researched, I've watched videos, I listened to people that have millions of views. I've also listened and watched small content creators. And these are the 10 things that I personally would be implementing and trying to kind of get better at, as the days and the videos go on, because I really think that it matters. And I think these things make a difference, but we'll see. We'll see. Come on. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, post. Just post. Nothing that I say from here moving forward, none of the other 9 tips are going to matter if you don't post. I need you to hit record and hit publish. Post the video. It might suck. It's probably going to suck. Who cares? Post the video, okay? All right. Number 2 and number 3 kind of go hand in hand. Number 2 would be end screens and cards, and number 3 would be playlist. I truly believe that you should implement all of these, and pretty much for the same reason. So your playlist, your end screen, and your cards all make it more accessible for your viewer to get to your other content. A playlist, we can hit play all, playlist, and it's just running through your videos like Netflix. Are you still there? Type of energy, right? That's what we want. Your end cards, your end screens and your cards, they also make it so that when your video is complete, there are other options on the screen for someone to then continue forward, or you have your card that someone can now, you can make a reference to it. YouTube wants to see this retention. They want to see the viewer is stuck into a loop where they're watching one video after the other. They want to see that. That's exactly what they want to see, that you're capable of bringing to the platform. So use these resources. They're there. Take advantage of them. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is one that I haven't heard anyone mention directly. However, when I was researching and looking into smaller content creators, I did notice it being somewhat of a pattern or a trend. Would be, consider if you're willing to be typecasted. What I mean by that is, whatever niche that you choose, topic, the conversation that kind of gets your channel off the ground, keep in mind that you are building an audience that's coming for that specific content. So if it's very specific and you only talk about electronics and the new, your audience is now going to expect you to continue that motion. If you're vlogging, then sure, they're going to possibly expect for vlogs to continue. So that might be a little different. But in terms of choosing something very, very niche-y, very specific, please keep in mind and plan for the fact that you may be talking about something that you're not 100% interested in because you've taught them what to expect from you. So plan accordingly. Choose something that you're okay for talking about for the next 2 years, or at least for the next 100 videos, okay? Number 5, you've heard it again. Thumbnails are important. Your thumbnails are very, very important. I have learned this for myself. I had a video recently, maybe not a lot for some, but hey, I am proud of my 40 views, okay? Had a video hit 40 views. It is the highest one on my channel that's not privated. That video, I changed the thumbnail on it 3 different times. I have another video at the time earlier today, it had 16 views. I changed the thumbnail. It didn't receive any traction yesterday at all. Not one person looked at that video. I updated the thumbnail today and I received 4 views on that video. The original thumbnail on that video was my original attempt at making thumbnails. It sucked. It was horrible. Let's be real. But I felt good. There's a video on that thumbnail, okay? I'm still proud of her because I did it, and she is what brought me here. Yes, she's a she. Leave her alone. So yes, thumbnails are important. You can do your research and choose which method you would like to use in terms of how you want to create your thumbnails, but they are very, very important. And cute. I would also suggest that you consider, if you have older videos, consider changing those thumbnails as well. Consider updating as you learn, as you grow, as you become more creative with your thumbnails. I suggest that you go back and you recreate those thumbnails for that. And if you don't have any thumbnails on them at all, it'd be a perfect thing to practice on, you know? Number 6, confidence, confidence, confidence. Okay? I need you to speak to the camera as if you know that there's 1,000 people watching you. And if not, I need you to speak to the camera as if no one is watching. Because technically both can happen at the same time, right? Get out of your head, be confident. Don't worry about shoulda, coulda, woulda, mama, daddy, uncle, brother. Nobody can have an opinion about what you're doing unless they're doing it and doing it better. So please, straighten your back, push back those shoulders, and speak to that camera as if you know exactly what you're talking about. Why? Because you do. You did your research. You looked into it. You're not lying to the people. You came and you were ready to deliver the message. Now deliver it. Number 7. This is a personal. I'm sure that there are plenty of people that would disagree. I do not suggest adding music to your content. If it's specific to the content, if it's necessary for the content, then that's different. As a new creator, in your videos, your vlogs, your sit down, get started type of stuff, I would suggest avoiding using music. Copyright and when you're pulling bits and pieces to use as clips or to put on other platforms, all platforms are not created equal and they all do not follow the same protocol and system. So I personally would suggest that you initially do not use music in your content. I truly feel like it would make it a little less of a headache for you. Number 8, short and sweet. I learned that you can re-edit videos that have already been published using YouTube Studio. I personally do not like YouTube Studio editing software. I did not enjoy using it. It was annoying and it lagged. However, having the option to edit already published video or content is a great asset in my opinion, because now I can avoid having to take something down and re-upload it if there were an issue that I just simply could not live with, you know? Number 9, if you have old content, I suggest that you rewatch it. I suggest that you watch your content from the past, before. The reason I suggest doing this is not so you'll nitpick what you did and didn't do correctly. I more so want you to see what you are proud of that you did, the things that you did like about that version of you. You'll be able to take that information and take that kind of understanding of yourself into who you are now. And I would even suggest posting your video now first, so that you can truly see and acknowledge and appreciate the growth. You may not see it right now, but I promise you, you have grown since that previous video. And it's wonderful and beautiful to be able to see that. Okay, last but not least, the hook and shock factor is a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Once again, these numbers might not be big to everyone, but they meant something to me. In 24 hours, that was less than 24 hours, I had a reel hit 1,300 views. Now, please keep in mind, I only have 32 followers, but I hit 1,300 views on a reel that was seconds long. It wasn't more than 10 seconds. And the only thing different about that is that I jumped into the camera. I jumped on the bed into the view of the camera before I said what I was going to say. That's the only thing that was different. But that initial really got them. And I really appreciated learning that and seeing it for myself. That hook, that shock, it really does get them. Anywho, anyhow, I'm more than happy to encourage you and to be here along the way if you need any help or any guidance, or if you have any tips for me. I hope that you guys will stick around. If you're willing to subscribe, that would be great. And grab another video. Thanks. Bye, y'all.